this bathroom. This is our primary bathroom. It's my bathroom. I share it with Brian, but this is our bathroom. Today, I'm gonna give you a full tour and talk about the whole design process with a few little hiccups, but it turned out really, really pretty, and I'm excited to show you. To recap real quick, so the original house from 1910 was just like this 4 square, and then the 1960s, they added on this whole wing where I am right now. And it was an adult foster care, like community center. So there was a lot of room for improvement. So we took this wing and we kind of turned it into our family room, bedroom, and where we are today, the primary bathroom. The original inspiration for this bathroom was highly inspired by our mountain house bathroom, which is where we were living during lockdown when we were actually designing this space. So for the layout, the point of this bathroom was to have a lot of natural light, to be really high quality and beautifully done, but simple, like not a lot of patterns or contrast, and just really very spa-like, very retreat-like. The footprint of the bathroom is not huge. It's a really nice size, but it's not massive. So we really did have to make sure that we had room for the toilet room, obviously, the shower, the tub, the vanity, and in a way that made sense. All fine and good. Until we did the walkthrough. And we walked through it and we're like, oh, this feels very tight. And it was the space between the shower and the bathtub that it was like 24 inches. Could you move through it? Sure. Did it feel weird? Yes. So we couldn't really move like the plumbing, and then the window was huge. Like you're not gonna just like move a window. So we end up moving the tub not centered on the window. So now we had 30 inches of clearance, great, fine. And then I was like, well, what if we just put like the faucet on the other side and just kind of played with the composition? Anyway, point is, I don't think you can even notice, thank goodness. So it's one of those mistakes that you're freaking out about, but you don't even really notice. So the major elements in this room, let's start with the windows because they're big and beautiful. So we had to put in new windows anyway. And I was like, well, if we're gonna put in new windows, like how big could we go? So we went real big. We worked with Sierra Pacific, and these are these gorgeous white oak windows. You might be concerned about privacy. I understand that. It's also on the first floor, and our mountain house window is on the second floor and surrounded by trees. So this one is something like not surrounded by trees, but anyway, we have these really gorgeous windows that do provide so much natural light, which is what I wanted. And when you have that much natural light, you actually don't have the decorated space nearly as much because the light is the vibe. For the tile, I had a very clear vision for this. I wanted to have a really beautiful, like high impact floor, and then just white tile on the walls. And how we laid out the tile and how we installed them it's really special in the details. So the tile that we chose for the floor is this 1x6 Pratt and Larson custom blue tile, handmade. It's so pretty. And then we had our installers lay it out in a herringbone pattern. So we herringboned the fields of the tile, and then we actually created a border around the outside in a larger scale of that tile, which I think is a detail that I very much love. For the floor, we chose a grout that actually matches the tile, so you don't see the busyness of the grout lines, because with this tiny scale, you would definitely it could look very busy. So with the wall tile, I was like, oh, what if we did like a subway tile, but different, And so we ordered brick tile, so rectangular tile, 2x4, 2x6, and 2x8. So they're not all the same. We created a pattern that we hoped that they could repeat when they were installing it. And so when you stack it together, you see these edges that are really pretty. It's very shaky in a good way. The trickiest part was the arched medicine cabinets, right? So getting that radius to go up and around the medicine cabinet was not easy, because they mocked it up with leftover tile from a different bathroom to make sure that it was gonna work, and then they used those tiles as a template for the whole arch. So it's one of those things that when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's pretty, but so much work went into the execution of it. So if you know me at all, you know that I have a little formula. It's called blue, white, wood, and brass. So we've already checked off the blue and white boxes in here. So now we need to talk about wood, which is the Vanity. So I customized this Vanity with unique kitchens and bath, and that was like the more cabinet structure. But I wanted a really special base. I wanted something that had really beautiful joinery, so I hired Nate Dinihanian, who is a local maker, and we obsessed over how to make this really pretty, like this base with these really primitive joinery. I designed it to look like a piece of furniture. It's just a vibe that I really like. I like seeing the legs underneath. I like seeing the tile go all the way to the wall. And then it still has enough storage for us. So I was obsessed with the idea of having an arched mirror over the sink. Great. But I also really wanted a medicine cabinet, and that was nowhere on the market. So I talked to Archiform, and they're like, we're gonna make this happen. And they did. Thank you so much to Jamie and Adam for troubleshooting it. But the funny thing is, y'all, is this was 2 years ago. And guess what's on the market now in so many stores, ready-made, is arched medicine cabinets. The last little element of my formula, which is gold or brass. So we worked with Rejuvenation as we did with the rest of the house, and on their beautiful finishes, and it's just everything turned out so pretty. So what we chose in both plumbing and lighting are more old world feel and look. And this is an older house. I still wanted modern amenities, but I did want the vibe of like, oh, this is kind of traditional and could have been here for a long time. All right, okay. Are you guys ready for a full tour of the bathroom? If so, come on in. First, the toilet. So as you can see, we put in a toilet room, but we have it separated with a pocket door for privacy reasons. It's pretty basic, just a toilet, but I do want a wallpaper in here at some point. I just haven't decided on what to do. Then next to the toilet, we have the shower room. Put in this really pretty glass door, nice gold detail, gold knob. It just gave it more of a vintagey kind of old world feel, especially for a glass door that can look really contemporary. And then you get in here and it is floor to ceiling, this gorgeous dark blue tile. When you're inside, it is just so cozy and intimate, and you feel just really like, I think a shower should be a pretty intimate experience, and I just love being in this one a lot. This is where all the action really happens. All the pretty things happen over here. So you have the Vanity, obviously, like this is where we get ready, this is where we brush our teeth, all that good stuff. And then you have the bathing, the bathtub. And I think that having them opposite each other really balances it out. And having the tub in front of this gorgeous window really also kind of balances out the mirror and the tile wall. So this whole configuration, I would 100% do again. I think it's a really good formula for how to lay out your bathroom. All right, so that's the bathroom. If you guys haven't seen the rest of the house, we've done one for the living room, the sunroom, the kids' bath, with the backyard, the soak pool. Anyway, we're trying to, roll out the house one by one. And if you like these videos, we would love it if you gave them a like and subscribe and even comment, because it really helps us emotionally, but also really helps YouTube spread the word about our videos. So thank you very much for watching. Everything's on the blog, by the way, really pretty photos on the blog and all the resources. Okay, bye.